Good morning, guys. It's Monday. Guess what? It is going to be a full packed week for me and many of us here. And I just wanted to do a quick little video about how do you find your Monday motivation, especially, if you aren't feeling it. Sometimes when, it's daylight savings time, you wake up today, and it's still dark outside. I just went on a walk a few minutes ago. And guess what, man, it's still dark, right? So how do we fuel that motivation that just propels us through the week, that galvanizes us energetically, spiritually, physically? So some of the things you have to consider. Most of us, when we are disconnected from our purpose, when we're disconnected from our why, when our why isn't compelling enough, that's step number one. That's hack number one. Get really freaking connected to your why, and even connected to the pain of what happens if I don't do this, if I don't succeed in moving this forward. That's where it all begins, is connected to your why. In fact, that helps you filter out decisions, which is going to be the second part, is like, if you notice your motivation lagging, you're probably first not as connected to your why, your purpose, like your vision has suffered. And that's also why, like, sometimes when people experience or accomplish great things, if they haven't reset their goals, this is why it's important to reset your goals and not just get content. Because if you slide into contentment, then you slide down in motivation, you get complacent, okay? But if you reset your why and you have a strong, compelling why that's pulling you forward, then the second thing is you want to decide what you're going to feed and what you're going to starve, okay? Here's what I mean by that. You want to feed what you want to live, starve what you want to die. And sometimes when our motivation is sagging, when motivation sags, guess what? We've probably allowed ourselves to become complacent. I've had moments in seasons where, I was sleeping in a little bit longer. I was a little less diligent in the gym. Actually, I've noticed, hey, if I don't push myself in the gym, then I don't have the mental or physical toughness in a way to push through resistance, push through those obstacles. So like pushing yourself physically actually feeds into your motivation. So I'd really, really encourage you, hey, if your motivation is sagging just a little bit, are you pushing yourself physically? Are you eating clean? Or are you eating, energetically taxing foods? Fried foods, French fries. I know French fries are good. Pizza. That's an energetically taxing food. Sugars, lots of sugars. I like my sweets, but if I overdo it, guess what? My energy sags. No one wants to be saggy, all right? So don't be a saggy. That would not, it's not worth it to be saggy, okay? So cut out certain things in your diet. And then the next piece is add certain things. So I have right here, I have my matcha. I'm loaded up with matcha every weekday. And then I also have my energy, my nootropic. That helps my brain focus, helps my energy flow. All right. So that's the second piece. The third piece about motivation is schedule out your highest priorities first. Like for me, I'm shifting deeper and deeper into content. So one of my goals this week is do a live every day at about 7 a.m. So right at 7 a.m., I want to do it live. I want it to be clockwork. It doesn't have to be long, but it's a piece for me. It's like shifting into content generation. So you guys can expect me live back 7 a.m. Central Time. But I'm scheduling out my next thing I'm going to do. Pretty important stuff. I've got a massive marketing implementation bootcamp live in person that have some absolutely epic people coming in March, and I need to get, or I want to get 10 more people attending that single event. So cannot wait. So I'm going to be messaging. I've got 50 people that I think would be interested, 10 spots. Okay, so I'm going to be messaging about 10 people today, 10 people tomorrow, 10 people Wednesday, see what type of interest I get, and we'll rock and roll from there. So do your first thing first. Like another way to think about it is do your cash producing. If you're an entrepreneur, do your cash producing activities first thing. crank those out. Don't jump into your email. Don't jump into your socials. Don't do those things after you do a quick little morning routine. I used to do like a 2-hour morning routine. Now I do about a 20-minute morning routine. And then I'll get into my most important thing for the day. And I'll still read and do those things, but I will schedule that out a little bit after I get some of my most important brain nutrient needed activities. So hope that's helpful. Monday motivation. First motivation hack is to get really freaking anchored to your why. Second is look at your habits. Look at have you been getting complacent food wise, diet wise? Feed what you want to live, starve what you want to die. That's mentally as well. And then third is do your most important thing, and that will fuel your motivation for the week, because then you'll know you're overcoming resistance, because resistance is our foe, right? So for me, I had a lot of resistance around writing a book. So what did I do in November? I wrote every single day before 6 a.m. I was cranking on my book. And guess what? I wrote a whole freaking book in November. Who does that? I did that because I don't always win my battles with resistance that well, but that week or that month, man, I crushed writing a book in the morning, just cranking away, because I had purpose, I had energy, I was feeding what I wanted to live and starving what I wanted to die, and it was epic. So I invite you guys to do the same. Have a beautiful Monday. Let me know how this hit you. Give me some comments and let me know what else you would like me to tackle. I will do my best. And let me know if this helps you thinking about your motivation. But then also, by the way, grab a few good books. Here's some of the books I'm reviewing or putting into my money challenge. Doing a big money challenge here in a couple weeks. Let me know if you want in on that for rewriting your money story. But I'm fueling and connecting my mind to the higher vision and purpose. So feeding what I want to live, starving what I want to die. Have an amazing Monday and week. See ya.